Filipino traditional games or laro ng lahi are more than just pastimes. They are vibrant reflection of the country's culture, unity, and joy. Passed down from generation to generation, these games bring children together in laughter, teamwork, and friendly competition, often played in open fields, streets, or schoolyards. In a world now dominated by gadgets and digital play, laro ng lahi reminds us of simpler times when imagination and skill were the heart of fun. They serve as a living link to our heritage, keeping the Filipino spirit of creativity, cooperation, and community alive.
Hello everyone! Today, we will talk about projectile motion and how it is being applied in the traditional game called Tatsing or text. But, before we find out how projectile motion is applied to the game, let's first find out what is projectile motion and the game called Tatsing or text.
Projectile motion is a type of motion experienced by an object that is thrown, launched, or projected into the air and moves under the influence of gravity alone. After the initial force is applied, it follows a curved path known as a trajectory, which is shaped by both the horizontal and vertical components of its motion. The horizontal component of the motion remains constant because there are no external forces acting in that direction, assuming air resistance is ignored. On the other hand, the vertical component is affected by gravity, causing the object to accelerate downward as it moves. This combination of constant horizontal velocity and changing vertical velocity due to gravity results in the characteristic curved path of projectile motion. It is an important concept in physics because it helps explain how objects move in two dimensions and how forces such as gravity influence their motion through space and time.
The game Tatsing or text is a traditional Filipino street game that uses small, printed cards made from cardboard or paper, often collected and played by children. It is a well-loved pastime that highlights the creativity and playfulness of Filipino culture. In this game, players use skill and technique to make the cards flip or move in specific ways, usually to win or collect their opponent's cards. Although simple, Tatsing or text requires focus, precision, and a sense of strategy, as success depends on the player's ability to control their movements carefully. The game also encourages social connection, as it is often played in groups, promoting communication, sportsmanship, and friendship among children. More than just entertainment, Tatsing or text has cultural value because it represents the ingenuity and joyful spirit of Filipino youth.
So how does the projectile motion is being applied in the Filipino traditional game called Tatsing or text? Projectile motion is applied to the traditional Filipino game Tatsing or text through the way players flick or slide their cards to hit or flip others on the ground. When a player uses their fingers to flick a text, the card travels through the air in a curved path, rising upward and moving forward before falling back down. This curved path is called a parabolic motion, which is a clear example of projectile motion. The force and angle of the flick determine how far or how high the text will travel, while gravity pulls it back down to the ground. Even in the appearance style, while the text is slid forward instead of being flicked high, it still follows a short and low-angle projectile motion. This shows that every time a players play Tatsing, they are actually applying the concept of projectile motion, combining force, direction, and gravity to make their text hit the target accurately. Always remember that projectile motion happens in the traditional game Tatsing or text when players flick their cards into the air to hit or flip others on the ground. This game may look simple, but it shows how physics and fun come together through projectile motion.